Our first guest is a successful author, TV host, civil rights leader. He's never afraid to say it like he means it, which is why he's my kind of guy. Give it up for the one and only Reverend Al Sharpton. With you about. So Rev was at the White House last night. Mary J. Blige performed, and you had a big fancy dinner.
Yeah, well, it was a state dinner in honor of the president of France. And President Obama has been in office 5 years. He's only done 7. And this was really spectacular. Everybody in government was there. But Mary J. really outdid herself last night. She was great. She ripped it.
Yeah. Now, who'd you sit next to?
I was at the table with Samantha Powers, the UN ambassador from the United States, and we were at the next table from the president and president of France. And also, we were well seated.
Yes. Did you bring your lovely?
Yes, she went.
Wow, well, plus, well, she's lucky.
Yeah.
You get with Reverend Al Sharpton, you get to the White House and everything else. I saw a picture of you guys at Fashion Week as well.
Yeah, well, she's a stylist. Aisha McShaw's a stylist.
Yes.
So, you know what happened is Andre Leon Talley.
Oh, yes.
We honored him. National Action Network did this year. Icon. He's been fighting to get more inclusion in fashion, and he invited us. And my daughter Ashley's into fashion. She throws fashion shows and all, and kind of styles me. So between Ashley and Aisha and Dominique, I am in a little fashion thing.
Are you more into personal fashion for yourself now that you've dropped the weight?
Since I've lost weight and can fit things, I'm in a fashion more. You know, when you're a little heavy and you only choose what color sack you're going to pull over your head.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to be in fashion.
Amen,
but
Al.
now I can kind of do a little stuff.
Yes. All right, let's talk hot topics. As we know, Michael Sam is the NFL player, the first one, I think, ever to actively be playing. He's come out of the closet.
Yep.
What's your thought?
I think he showed a lot of courage. I think that people should affirm who they are. I think that people should not have to hide who they are. If you are something, you ought to be proud of it and say that. And I think that he did that knowing he may have some professional concerns in terms of being drafted. He did it anyway, and I respect anybody that stands up in the
You realize by showing your support for him that black churches everywhere are going to be emailing you immediately.
Well, you know, when I came out saying marriage equality was people's right, I had a lot of flack from a lot of black churches. My thing is that you don't have to agree with something, but people don't need your permission to live their lives.
Yes.
We're supposed to preach to convert people. We're not supposed to make it the law, because then somebody can make a law against what I believe. So I don't have to agree with you, but I fight for your right to have that.
Yes, well said. Now, the celebrity boxing match with George Zimmerman. Can you tell us what you know?
Well, they were saying that he was going to have a celebrity boxing match with DMX. DMX, to his credit, dropped out. My problem with it is celebrity boxing match, celebrity fighting match. The root word, Joe Madison says, of celebrity is celebrate. Why are we celebrating someone whose only claim to fame is killing an unarmed young man?
Number one.
I mean, what makes him a celebrity?
So, and I heard that the promoter of this fight was being threatened by people, so the promoter pulled out, but the guy who was financing it, some billionaire someplace, still wants to have the fight.
Yeah, and my thing is, why? I mean, are we really in this point, in this culture, that people that kill people now becomes instant celebrities? George Zimmerman has the right to do what he wants, but I have the right to say you won't do it with my eyeballs watching.
Yeah. Okay. What do you know? What's the update on the Bridgegate scandal with Governor Christie?
There are a lot of documents being asked for, and one of his people has now said that he knew about what happened. I think the real problem here, Wendy, is that thousands upon thousands of people were inconvenienced for what appears to be political retribution. In all of the politics, let's not forget, you had kids couldn't get to school. You had emergency. Where are the people's concern here? And I've yet to hear anyone address what they did to the people in New Jersey that couldn't get across that bridge in time for work, school, or whatever. It's an atrocity that somebody needs to be held accountable for.
Okay, Christie has his own helicopter, specifically to get him around the tri-state and up and down New Jersey and everything. He has his own helicopter. So the word is that the helicopter might have been flying.
Yeah, they said that the helicopter was flying one of the days. Now they're saying, but it didn't fly over the bridge. So, I mean, there's a lot going on out there. We don't know what will lead to what, but clearly something happened, and we need to know what. Even if it wasn't criminal, somebody needs to politically be held accountable.
Now, if he's found guilty, does that mean jail time for him?
If it's criminal, it could be that, which is interesting since he used to be a prosecutor himself. But so far, we haven't heard anything that would lead to any criminal charge against him so far that we've heard. But clearly some political damage is done. If he had a staff that was out of control, you'd have to ask yourself, do you want this man to be president of the United States? And that's what people were touting him to be.
Okay. Let's move on to minimum wage. Minimum wage now is like $7.25 an hour. And the president is trying to raise the minimum wage. Is it going to happen?
Well, he's trying to get a vote. The Congress will not vote on it. So he has come out with an executive order on federal contractors, anyone that works for a federal contractor. He's signing an executive order where they automatically get $10.10 an hour.
So the average worker, like somebody working at McDonald's or something like that,
not affected yet. But because they will not take a vote. I mean, can you imagine? We have billionaires getting bonuses on Wall Street that broke the economy.
Yes.
But we can't get $10.10 an hour for the average worker in this country. That's unthinkable. The Congress refuses to vote on it, and this is atrocious to me. What do we need a Congress for if the Congress is not going to take care of the people?
Well, the Congress has a problem with Obama, so they're not going to sign off on anything that he does because they don't like him. That's a shame.
But the people are going to suffer because they want to take their political thing out with Obama. We ought to all go out and vote big time this year about this.
I just want to take another minute, Doug. I know you said 45 seconds. Two things. Do you think that Black History Month is still necessary?
Yes, I think that we still need to know more about the reason Black History Month came in is because blacks were excluded. We're just getting back in. Now we need to know more than Martin Luther King and Barack Obama. There's a whole lot more to Black history, and I think it's important.
All right, now tell us about your National Action Network's big convention here in New York.
Big convention, April this year. It's free. People from around the country are coming from about 47 states. This is where we plan on what we're going to do about things like jobs and about trying to deal with gun violence and deal with inequalities. So people should go to our website, nationalactionnetwork.net, and sign in and come to New York. We have the leaders of government, industry. We even had you there one year, and we were so happy because in the middle of all of it, you had preachers run around saying, "How you doing?"
Oh, Al, it's always nice to see you. Great conversation. Everybody, be sure to check out the Politics Nation TV show with Al Sharpton. It comes on Wednesday or weeknights at 6 o'clock on MSNBC.